Hey everybody, I wanted to do one of those kind of 50 random facts about me videos, and in the interest of getting to know me, some of you know me quite well and have been here since like the very dark days. Some people might know all these vintage kind of cami facts, but I thought it would be an interesting project. Do you know, it's actually quite difficult to think of 50 things about yourself that are interesting, and some of these actually aren't interesting, just to let you know. So I'm half French. My mum is French actually. My middle name is Louise. I'm actually really short. I'm 5'1", and I am kind of hobbit sized really. I actually quite like being short though. I have absolutely no complaints about being a short person. I'm an atheist. Tumbleweed. Boom, let's get the controversial one out of the way. I'm horribly short-sighted, and if I don't wear my glasses or contact lenses when I leave the house, I basically look like I'm giving everybody the stink eye because I'm squinting at stuff going like this. And in fact, if you want to know how big the text is that I'm reading off right now, and my laptop's quite close to me, it's this big. Next one. I have had cosmetic surgery. I have had a breast reduction. I have done a blog post and a YouTube video on this, so I'll link those both below. But I went down from a 32, I think it was double F or double G, I can't really remember, it was kind of huge bazonga size though, to what I am now, which is a 32 double D. Oh, now you know my bra size. That was an extra, that was a bonus. I can drive, but I hate it and avoid it where possible. I am a panicky driver. I hate driving, and I hate Kiwi being in the car and giving me helpful instructions like, watch out! You know, when your significant other just makes you panic in a car. So I don't drive anymore. I took ballet classes from age 2.5 to 18, but I'm terrible at ballet. Completely terrible. I hate talking on the phone to anyone, and I always have to psych myself up to do it. I have a tattoo. It's of a bumblebee and it's just below my hip bone. It's pretty small. I would say it's about, you know, about this size. It's not very big at all. It's actually designed by the artist Kurt Halsey Fredrickson, and I got it done when I was 18. Number 11. I am not a huge fan of going out and getting blasted and staying up all night. I actually really like staying at home with a blanket and a movie and a bowl of popcorn, because that's just the way I do things. I think mainly it's because I have a vomit phobia, which is, I guess, the next fact. I have emetophobia, which means that I have a fear of people throwing up or throwing up myself, which basically means that I try and avoid most things like public transport late at night. I overanalyze people on public transport. I sit and I watch them and try to judge if they look poorly or not. If someone says they feel sick and I'm in a car, I will literally panic the whole way. I have a really severe phobia of people throwing up, and actually I'm learning that it's kind of common. So I'm a bit of a video game fan. My favourite ever game is Zelda. I love Zelda. I can chat Zelda all day, and I'm going to give you a controversial statement. I really didn't like Ocarina of Time that much. My favourite Zelda is actually either A Link to the Past, Link's Awakening, or, I know this is controversial, Twilight Princess, because my cat is named after one of the main characters and I just love the story. I love a good story. My favourite TV programme in the whole world is Arrested Development. My brother had a girlfriend once. They broke up a few months ago, but he had a girlfriend and he sat and watched it with her and she didn't find it funny. He should have known, right? He should have known. I am not very good at watching action movies like Die Hard or anything that's kind of runny and shooty. Ugh. My brain just switches off and like goes into the next room, and I just kind of surf the internet and ignore it. Kiwi tried to get me to watch Die Hard at Christmas, and I watched the first one because, you know, Alan Rickman, but I just couldn't do the others. My anthem song is The Libertines' Don't Look Back Into the Sun. I can't draw at all, and I really wish I could. I am a chronic worrier. I worry about everything, whether a job I applied for will call, whether I cook dinner properly and someone's going to get food poisoning. Do the cats seem more sleepy today? Are they a bit poorly? What's that noise upstairs? I'm literally a worrier about everything. Everything that you could conceivably worry about, that most people would just let go, I have to worry about it. I used to write Harry Potter fanfiction, and I shipped Hermione Draco. I know, but I was naive like 16 years old and I am a helpless romantic. So relatedly to that, I wrote a dissertation on Harry Potter. I still laugh when people fall over in the street and I just literally can't help myself. I crack up. It really, really gives me the giggles. My favourite food is croissants. Croissants are just like the most beautiful food in the world. I can't sleep with all my arms and legs tucked in. I have to have my arms and legs out of the duvet. I can water ski and regular ski on snow. I can do both of those things. I met Kiwi on MySpace and we've been together 7 years this March. So it just goes to show online relationships. They doubt it, but they can work. I've been on a hot air balloon and it was kind of disappointing. I have an unhealthy obsession with Alan Rickman. I just think, even though he's totally old, I love him. I think he's amazing. It's unhealthy. I know he's old. I just sweep that one under the rug. I'm pretty good at handstands. Probably not like Olympic good at handstands, but I'm pretty good at handstands. I tend to take a long while to come around to new music, and I tend to stick with what I know, but some music that I love includes, but it's not limited to, The Libertines, Frank Turner, Ben Folds and Ben Folds 5, Regina Spektor, Beck, Cake and David Bowie. Love the Bowie. Currently I live in Hove, which is in East Sussex, very, very next to Brighton. And this is where Kiwi and I have just bought our first house. I have 2 cats called Frank and Midna. I basically only wear black. I am so goth. I actually just like black. I don't know why. I don't know if I'm boring, or I always get criticised for not wearing enough colour by family members and mainly Kiwi's mum. But I just like black. Leave it alone. It is what it is. I love pretty much all food, but the one thing that I won't touch is organ meat, so kidneys, brains, hearts, liver. Oh god, how do people eat that? That is disgusting. That is some disgusting shit right there. Ugh. I was born and raised in a really, really small village in Kent, and then I moved to Manchester for university. Then I lived in Haywards Heath for 2 years. Then I lived in London for 2.5 years, and now I've finally settled in Hove. I have never read Twilight, but I have seen the movies, and it's probably something I wouldn't enjoy. Sorry. I'm currently studying for my PhD in Spanish. Still, I have a huge girl crush on Helena Bonham Carter. I love her. I think she's amazing, perfect, whimsical, weird. I just think she's awesome. Some of my other favourite TV shows apart from Arrested Development are things like Red Dwarf, and I love Dexter, I love How I Met Your Mother. I think that's about it. This whole dinosaur thing, that I have a dinosaur in my banner and I really like dinosaurs, it came about as a stupid term of a din between Kiwi and I. We called each other dinosaurs, so it was like a I love you dinosaur kind of thing. I have a famous aunt and she recently won a BAFTA. I am obsessed with Michel Roux Jr. His food, him, even though he looks a little bit like an ostrich, I love him. Kiwi and I go to eat at Le Gavroche in London for lunch. I hasten to add, not dinner. Lunch is a hell of a lot cheaper than dinner. We go for an anniversary lunch every single year at Le Gavroche, and Michel Roux Jr. comes round every time, and I just want to grab onto his leg and never let go. I love him. I think sushi is gross. I think it's really disgusting. One of my favourite things in the whole world is just to sit and write. I just love writing. It's one of my favourite things. I don't know why, I just find it really calming and I just love it. I like to name my hard drive names after epic literary fantasy heroes, mainly Lord of the Rings characters, although there was a Severus Snape once. My hard drive Gandalf the Grey just recently died and I reincarnated him as Gandalf the White, although we have had an Aragorn, son of Arathorn, in there as well. I'm really, really clumsy. I pretty much fall over all the time. I knock everything over. I am the most likely person to spill something and ruin your carpet. Relatedly, I'm really, really messy, which is probably why I'm so clumsy, because I'm pretty much tripping over everything that I've left on the floor. I like to pick up little bits of random languages, so I've got a few snippets of Polish, Catalan, Italian, like cześć, przepraszam, nie mówię po polsku, jaskinia, which means it's like a caving term for like a small cave, weirdly. I don't know where I got that one from. Italian, mi piacciono gli orecchini, dove la spiaggia? La nonna non c'è. Childhood crush was Freddie Prinze Jr. and I sticked pictures of him to my bedroom wall. My favourite childhood cartoon was Maxie's World. I also really liked Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and My Little Pony. Last fact is I love buying presents for people. I get really excited when it's someone's birthday or Christmas because I love the challenge of finding that absolute perfect gift. I love giving presents. I'm quite good at it as well, if I do say so myself. So yeah, that was basically everything that you could ever need to know about me. If you've ever got, I don't think anyone's going to have any questions, but if you're intrigued about anything that I've said, then feel free to ask, and hopefully you enjoyed this, and yeah, see you soon.